So back to another Sunday afternoon here, or mid-morning, or whatever you want to call it. I got up so early it already afternoon for me. Anyways, so let's start off with this. Don't commit a crime. You know, the reason why you don't want crime to happen is because the government really hates competition. They're the biggest criminals around. It's the policies that are made. The policies to protect the corporations, the policies to protect the bigwigs, the big corporations. They don't want no competition. They don't want anybody stepping in on their spoil. Not at all. The whole entire system is based like this. Nobody can own anything. This is why they came out with eminent domain, so they can rob you for your property. The big guys, yes, the big guys can rip you freaking off in the name of progress. That's what they're using. In the name of progress, I get to steal from you, take from you, and compensate you as little as I possibly can. Yeah. If you had a piece of property that was worth $1 million, they would probably give you $250,000 for it. This is how the system works. It is going to rip you off. It's going to steal from you. It is going to put you in the poorhouse, if possible, if you let it. And unfortunately, it's true. We have the law enforcement now ripping people off. That's called asset forfeiture, which actually creates crime within the agencies, because now they have something to go after. Okay, it's not just a job now; they get paid. Now it's something. It's like winning the game again. Okay, I'm going to get something out of it. So of course there's going to be illegal activity going on. It's just pure and simple to that. Because if they need the money, they're going to fucking steal from you. But they're going to call it the law. Yeah. See, there's a lot of criminal things that are legal that the system actually gets to do, and you can't. You can't go take something from them because they've done something wrong. Or if they're in the wrong, you can't get them to compensate you properly. This is the way it works. Haven't you figured this out yet? The whole system is criminally based in its nature, like I have been saying. Really, that the government can take something from you, especially when there was no act of real craziness, all right? So I get to take your car, I get to take your this and that for a little compensation. For even, let's say you were selling drugs. Let's say you were selling drugs for this last 6 months. And that's the first 6 months you ever sold drugs. You only sold $10,000 worth of it. But you paid your house off long before you sold these drugs. Now they're going to take your house that you paid for and call it asset forfeiture and say that you paid your house off. This is how it works. They manufacture shit. I have busted them myself. Lying in the courtroom, and they didn't do nothing to the police officer. Not a fucking thing. Blatant, outright lying in the courtroom. And you know that is punishable by prison. Do you think that guy with the badge, that medallion in his costume, that he went to fucking jail? Absolutely not. I mean, I proved without and the judge, guess what she says? What are you trying to do? Get out of what you're here for? No, I wasn't. I was just trying to show that the state that he operates in and the people of that state, that you have hired a lying sack of shit. And he deserves to be punished for that. But do you think that he got punished? Absolutely not. So they can lie, they can do anything they want, people, and they don't get in trouble. Rarely they get in trouble. Rarely, and I mean freaking rarely they get in trouble. How many politicians have you seen that the media made a fucking big deal? Doesn't matter if they were a Democrat or a Republican. They did not fucking ruin them on the public fucking airways. You don't see it. You don't hear about it because they shut the fucking airways up. Because they don't want dissent. They don't want people to start not trusting their criminal activity. They get busted fondling a little girl or a little boy. You hardly ever hear about it. And if they do get in trouble, it's very, very light sentencing and most likely house arrest. I mean, it's a fucking circus, people. It's a one-sided fucking road. Anything that they do, you can't do. No. The government's not supposed to be able to get away and do anything over and above what you can do. So it is criminal in its operation procedures, its policies. And, you know, it took me a long time. I used to have a lot of respect at those guys in those costumes with those medallions. But now I look at them just like any other criminal. I do. I can't help it. Because I know what they're doing. And I know that they don't give a shit because they're going to do it. I haven't been able to have any confidence in this country anymore. It's sad to say that. But the whole system is corrupted and we're not going to fix it. I've said this like a freaking broken record. We are not going to fix it from the inside. That's a fact. We've been trying and trying and trying, and it doesn't matter. Even if we start at our local levels and we start doing things, it doesn't matter because the feds will come in with their criminal policies and force us to have to follow theirs. It's frustrating to stand here in this life, in this spot, in this part of the continent, of this globe, and see this going on. And it's nothing new. This happens all over the place. Worse in some other places and probably less in some other places. And then they invade people's countries with you and me and millions of other people, and we do dirty work. And we call it war. No, it's fucking murder and crime. That's what it is, people. You got to get a load of that. You got to get that out of your head that you're not participating for your countrymen. You're working for a fucking mob boss, criminal organization that is going out and fucking taking what they want, and they're using you as the fucking thug, the pawn, the guinea pig. But you don't get it. You should get it. When you come home, do they take care of you? I mean, at least these criminals could take care of our fucking military and take care of them when they get home. Maybe people like me might not even talk shit. But you don't even take care of the peons. So that's how pathetic this is. It's really bad. And then if you die in a war, do you think that they're going to take care of your kids and your wife? Seriously. I mean, what fools are you people? I mean, I don't get it. How you can be conned into such a fucking racketeering game and think that you're doing the right fucking thing. It's pretty low fucking retardation mentality. That's what that clarifies that to be. A retarded fucking human being that believes the fucking worst of the worst to be good. Wow. This is where we're at. So make sure, I'm going to end this right now because I'm starting to babble. Just make sure you don't commit any crimes because the government totally dislikes competition. Just remember that. This is why that you'll see them fucking rip everybody off around them and nothing ever happens to them. Again, you're living in a criminal-based society with criminal laws, with criminal policies, with fucking insane psychopath, criminal-minded people running it.